गुड मॉर्निंग सर. या की येताय का? या.
There is regret, embarrassment, emotion. It is also probable that couples recently are failed to reach agreement on which emotion are elemental and which are not. In most cases, labels are equated with the emotions. She is female. One of the scholars reached some agreement to which emotions are elemental and which are not. However, the label structures of any natural phenomena cannot be decided simply by the usage of tools to theoretical manipulations, no matter how well the investigator or thought of. Labeling approaches. During the past few decades, a controversy has emerged between the prototypical labeling approach and the structural dimension approach to the classification of emotions. The prototypical approach concentrates on the resemblance among emotional concepts, stressing internal structures with no sharp boundaries, whereas the dimensional approach takes the classical view that there are necessary and sufficient mutually exclusive conditions by virtue of which emotional categories are differentiated. The prototypical approach is more sensitive to the finer details of the emotion, and the dimensional approach is more efficient way to represent the emotional elements. In a conciliatory response concluded, the two schools of thought may be more contemporary than others, they concerned. The immediate concern, however, is not which is the best approach to the classification of emotion, but which of the two is more effective in generating mutually exclusive emotion categories and which approach should be primary in the overall classification process. Initiating the classification of human emotions by attempting to demonstrate interconnections amongst lists of emotion concepts or label is rather futile. It is analogous to the labeling the various species of flowers prior to examining the necessary and sufficient conditions to define and differentiate the foliages and other inherent structural attributes. Viable classification system of any natural phenomena cannot evolve with the attempt to assign labels to categories prior to the elaboration of each category's underlying structural dimensions, conditions, and states. In classifying emotions, best fit labels can only be researched and aligned after the variation of structural conditions that define emotion categories have been differentiated. The primary concern in understanding emotion is not how labels are interconnected, but in the attempt to find the causal preconditions that best differentiate them. Or, as Clore and Attorney have argued, the goal must not be to define emotion words, but to discover the structure of conditions to which some such words apply. In this regard, Solomon argued that the quest for basic emotions should be understood and pursued in such a way as to capture the richness and variety of human existence, not by way of reducing our emotional life to the preset workings of limited number of affective programs. Overall, the widespread speculation in labeling primary emotions has been unproductive in providing seminal models for an extensive differentiation of emotion categories. In discussing this futility, Wiener maintained that the search for taxonomy of emotions has not been successful, and there is little agreement concerning how many emotions there are or what these emotions are to be called. The failure of prototypical approaches to successfully differentiate a large number of emotion categories in their faulty assumption about what causes emotion in the first place, it is less fruitful to begin a classification scheme of emotions with a list of emotion terms or concepts than with an elaboration of the social condition that constitute them. For this reason, a dimensional approach will be applied in the proposed classification scheme as a more effective tool in differentiating the larger and wider range of emotion categories. The psycho-evolutionary approach to emotions originated with the assumption that emotions evolve out of human need to survive. It is unclear, however, just how such basic survival functions can be meaningfully applied in the scheme to classify emotions. Such attempts have not been entirely successful. For example, suggested in his psycho-evolutionary approach that there are four basic dimensions essential in this emotional world: hierarchy, territory, identity, and temporality, as if to suggest that the dimensions are not necessary or incidental for a comprehensive classification system. Two emotions combine as adjacent primary emotions to equal secondary emotions. Although some of his combinations have failed validity, at least one of his pairs of primary equaling a secondary emotion as well as other definitions is problematic. Combinations are rather arbitrary, and combining two primary labels to equal a secondary avoids the responsibility of a third or fourth component. Also noted that theory posits that a cognitive evaluation of stimulus can help to argue that from a sociological perspective, environmental forces, processes, and structures should be the focus in explaining emotions rather than existential problems. Arbitrary based on selection of only four dimensions is a predictable labeling approach to emotional classification has a dimensional limitation skills inability to count through social preconditions to emotions, editing and analyzing emotions and place on social differences. In the following year, proposed his own evolutionary scheme as an extension of the Fisher theory. He offered a reformulation of Fisher model for the prediction of primary and secondary emotions and listed 10 additional emotions as adaptive reactions to the four elementary forms of social relations. He referred to this new model as social evolutionary because it held that the emotional experience is a result of social relationships and that emotions have a long evolutionary history. The reformulation of Fisher model for the prediction of primary and secondary emotions and listing 10 additional emotions. अच्छा, four elementary forms में different adaptive reactions. status. So he's saying that the emotions, structural emotions, they depend on the relation of power and status. Few years after Kemper's theory came out, Krishna, a psychologist, introduced his psychological psychoevolutionary synthesis of emotions. His theory proposed that there are 8 basic adaptive patterns that provide a basis of all emotions. He then elaborated a formative structure model describing the relation among primary emotions, and from these he identified derivative emotions. In these derivatives, as was outlined above, he considered the various ways the primary emotions are mixed in order to synthesize more complex emotions. In his view, any adjacent pair of primary emotion could be combined to form an intermediate mixed emotion, just as any two adjacent color or the color circle form an intermediate hue. His classification approach included having subjects judge the similarity of emotion terms and place them in a circle according to the similarity, in order to provide a conceptual basis for a dictionary of emotion. Also, he saw the organization of these emotion categories as being analogous to the periodic table mechanism. Bordering the sociological perspective, he considered evolution of stimulus situation as good or bad and argued the importance of balances and polarity in emotion categories. His methodology included a subjective or introspective language approach, including terms used to describe inner feeling status such as angry, happy, and sad. In addition, he introduced an intensity dimension, suggesting that emotion terms can be graded. In summary, his major contribution to the emotion classification included the dimension of polarity, valences, mixed emotion categories, compound emotions, intensity, analogy, and the possibility of a dictionary of emotions. In 1983, Hochschild elaborated a classification system from a constructionist and effect control theory perspective. She saw emotions as managing temporary role involving expecting and wanting. Her notional classification involved charting emotions as a result of the individual's momentary focus. She listed emotion labels and categories in terms of what individual likes or wanted, in terms of what they had and did not have or had lost, in terms of what individuals approve or disapprove. One of her contributions to the classification of emotions is elaboration of categories of expectations and sensations used to differentiate emotion. So the first one, that was Camper. What he did was he suggested that there are like the emotions depend on power and status. So the and based on power and status, it can be different. It can be defined as adequate, not adequate, and stuff. After Camper, there is Plushik. Plushik was the one who suggested that there are some adaptive emotions, some derivative emotions, and that some emotions they can be plucked together to create mixed emotions. So he was one who first suggested that there could exist a dictionary of emotions. That is that there is something called happy, there is something called sad, and if you mix some to some some same featured emotions like uh, anxiety and sadness, so they can create a third emotion out of it. So we can do the classification of emotions as such. Then there comes the third one, that is Hochschild. What she did was she said that there are some expect that these emotions they depend not they are not like they are adapted. Yes, they are some are like because of the desire to live, but they are also based on some expectations and wantings that we have. And if those expectations and wantings are fulfilled, or if those expectations and wantings are not fulfilled. Otomi and Hall published their cognitive theory of emotions in 1988. They were a few of the first psychologists to recognize the importance of okay. Social events, desirable, undesirable events, joy, distress, expectations and wantings, social status. Okay, so if that emotion is related to self, if we are feeling shame, if we are feeling pride, that is to self. And if we are feeling like, if we are feeling remorseful, if we are feeling guilty, that is probably because of us. So directionality dimension. This is the directionality dimension. So when it comes to directionality, then my own thing can also be directional. Like empathy, it is because of the other person. Empathy is because of other person. However, it is not completely because of the person. It also depends on your mindset, like what is inside of you is triggering that empathy part inside of you. So yeah, empathy. Okay, so we can say pride because if we are on a certain socioeconomic status level, even in a society, then we want to maintain that level, and if we are maintaining that level, that means we are like proud of ourselves. So that is a directional emotion that is directed towards ourselves. A set of four primary emotions. First order combination or elaboration. This elaboration involves the simultaneous activation of two primary emotions with one being more dominant. Here I'm saying that the computation of each set of two primary labels produced 12 first order groupings of over 15 emotional labels. More complex second order emotion categories were then generated, each combining three or four primaries. What? Four primary emotions group करते according to the if some emotion is more intense than in another group, and if that emotion is like less intense than in something. Mix the primaries into first order combinations or elaborations, and these elaborations involve the simultaneous activation of two primary emotions. the way the body responds to environmental conditions. Emotions are reactions to situation, nature of a social origin, such as a change in a social relationship. Appraisal of social emotions and the process of factors appraising and responding to real or imagined focused social situations.